Okay, well, this is just playing around with the latest firmware, about 11th or 12th of May. I downloaded it last night, uploaded it last night, and so they've really refined the torque sensing. I've just had a quick little ride up and down the driveway a couple of times. That's all I've done on it, and so now to give you guys an example. So I've set my driveway up here. It's pretty steep at this section, so you'll see at around about here where my finger is, it's the 1 metre mark, and we put the tape measure up against that, approximation of vertical, and we're looking at around about, I'll get some light on it, around about 25 or 200 or 25 centimetres. So we're talking about 25% for the driveway, and I'm just going to stop this. This was just showing you. You'll see this rig set up in the driveway as I drive up and ride up and down, but so you know what kind of percentages we're dealing with as a guide. And what I'll do here is just give you a bit of an overview of the driveway. So you can see my level set up there for flat, and you can get a sense of what I'll be riding on. And now I'll mount everything on my bike, and it'll be a listening process as much as a looking process. I'm going to set the phone up so hopefully I can get a good view of the display without it shaking around and vaguely in focus. So you can see the watts stopping and starting as I ease off the pedals and go on, put the pressure on the pedals. That's the fantasy, because the motor's quietening down a bit with use. So yeah, and as you can also see, from a side the driveway looks pretty steep, but now it looks almost flat, and that's kind of, cameras don't give perspective. But anyway, we'll get on with the show. Right, I've set the parameters and etc. So city is maxing at 14 amps, and as you can see, we're in level 1. I'm doing 25% as you've seen, so we're going to go up to level 3, and let's go. Immediate assistance, pedaling really slowly, What is it? The motor's helping with about 120 watts, 145, stopping, and this is the thing, I can confidently really hesitate going up, and then the power on, a little bit of a wheelie, and it's got pretty good control. And they may have had help from one of the open source heroes in the Tongsheng and other departments. But again, just going up slowly, and I can just go up as slow as I like. The motor's putting in about 210 watts, and I'll go down, and things might go a bit hairy, because what I want to do is stamp my foot down and see what happens then, because with the firmware that came out about a month ago, which was a vast improvement on the M1, M2 systems, firmware, when I put my foot down, because, well, it's a steep driveway, I've just shown how steep it is with the level. I'd normally just stamp my foot down to get as much momentum, and the bike pretty much zoomed underneath my feet. So I'm just going to stay here in level 3, so that's 60% of 14 watts, which is going to be, I don't know, 14 amps, sorry, so it's going to be about 8 amps, and I'm going to just plant my foot. It was very controlled. Very controlled. I'm going to shove it up to sport now and put it in level 5. And as you can see, for that 25% slope, the 7 amps was doing really well. But anyway, we'll shove it up as high as it goes. I've got this at 18 amps with a 48 volt battery, and I'm running the 42 chainring up front, the stock DM02 42 chainring up front, and 34 at the back. So it's fairly steep gearing for a steep hill. So here we go. Sport, level 5. And this scares me because the last time I did this, the bike almost ran away from me. But here we go. Stamp! Oh! No, again! Very, very controlled. So they really are listening. You know, I've given feedback about my experiences, and I'm sure other people have. And the 217 really are listening. It's quite impressive. So I'm just going to creep around here at level 5. Whoa! It wants to go. It really wants to go, but it's listening to the torque sensor. Yeah, it's listening to the torque sensor. But as soon as there's a hint of pressure, so I don't think I can tell you much more. As I said, this is the second little ride I've had on it. I just ran it up and down the driveway earlier. Very impressed. Nothing to complain about there at all. So thanks for watching.